So is real estate better or worse than surplus funds? And I wanted to talk about this because, my background is in real estate. I mean, I got my real estate license at 18. I was doing bird dog deals at 16, 17. I've wholesaled before. I've kind of been around the block when it comes to real estate, and I love real estate. A lot of you guys think I hate real estate because I made an ad that says wholesaling is dead. Well, I still believe wholesaling is dead, but I love real estate regardless. But I wanted to talk about real estate because, a lot of times we get compared to real estate, and, there's a justifiable reason why. But I think after this video, you'll see why surplus funds is just so much better than real estate in basically every possible way that there really is no comparison. So first off the list, you see there's some beautiful homes behind me. And by the way, I don't know if you can actually even see that far out, but we've got a nice view of the Pacific Ocean over there. So these homes are worth quite a bit of money. I mean, I don't know. I'm going to throw out a guess. I have no idea what these homes are worth, but I'm going to say probably 800,000, maybe, I don't know, $1 million, somewhere in that range. I mean, maybe that's a little high, but whatever. We'll say $800,000, okay? Well, that's great. If you're, let's say, a realtor, you come in here, you walk away with your 2-3%. That's wonderful. But let's think about the process. The first thing you got to do is, if you're a new realtor, you got to knock on a bunch of doors. You got to make a bunch of calls, and then you got to convince people. And you can't convince somebody to sell their house. They have to already want to sell their house, and then you have to convince them to work with you. And why are they going to work with you when they could just work with their uncle, who's already a real estate agent, right? The problem is like when I got my real estate license, I think my head of my broker, my brokerage said it best. She sat me down in a room and she said, in the county that we're in right now, there's over 30,000 licensed real estate agents, right? And I said, okay, that's quite a lot of people, right? That's like a small town of real estate agents, right? Or actually a decent sized town, right? She said, now out of the 30,000, less than 300 of them do 60% of the deals. Think about that. 300 people do 60% of the deals out of 30,000 people. That's incredible, right? And so, long story short, that sounds like a lot of work, and it sounds like a whole big hassle. And the big thing is that once you finally get the listing, you're not done. Then you got to go sell the listing too. You got to do open houses. You got to, talk to buyers on the phone, and talk to buyers agents. And it's this whole big thing. It's just not fun. So then you're saying, okay, well, what about the other side of real estate? What about real estate investing, right? And specifically creative real estate investing, like wholesaling. This is why I always say wholesaling is dead. First of all, at least as a realtor, you could sell any of these homes. Well, as a wholesaling person or as a fix and flipper, you're not selling any of these homes, but these homes are, nice homes, right? Very few of these homes are going to be homes that you're going to be able to wholesale. They're going to have some crazy situation that like less than 1% of people have. And it's going to be a nightmare trying to find people because everyone else is trying to find those exact same people, right? And that's the biggest problem with wholesaling is you have thousands of people chasing hundreds of deals. And I think that sums it up pretty well, all right? But then if you actually do get a deal, now you are basically financially arm wrestling somebody into a bad spot and then taking advantage of them. You're like, hey, yeah, you have to sell your house for less because you're screwed. Let me just take money from you, right? And you go and you sell it. And it's just like, it blows my mind why people love this strategy. Like, I don't know. I did it. I made some money with it. I get it. Did it make me rich? No. Did it make me a little bit extra money when I was a kid? Yeah, I did. Okay, if that's what you want to do, hey, feel free. It's very difficult, not very fun, and you're basically it's a moral gray area. We'll just leave it at that. So why is surplus funds different? Well, that's a great question. I'm glad you asked. The first thing is that surplus funds is a massive blue ocean. Right? There's very few people that to this day know about surplus funds. And I know this because every single year, the amount of money that's available to recover keeps going up and up and up. It's over, conservatively $50 billion. And that's from an article in 2013. There's more recent articles that say it's closer to $100 billion in lost money for you to recover, which means the market's doubled in 10 years, which is crazy, in 9 years, right? Which is crazy. So that's the first reason. Whereas with wholesaling, you're chasing, again, hundreds of deals, but you're competing with thousands of people. As a realtor, you're competing with tens of thousands of people that a very small percent of them are going to get all the deals, right? That's not how it is with surplus funds. It's a fair playing field because there's no big companies in it, right? There's no big companies in it yet. The second thing is that you don't have to sell a product. So when I list a home as a realtor, I have to sell the home. Well, guess what? If I'm going to live in a home, if I'm someone that's going to buy a home, you have to kind of convince me that this is the right home. I have to walk through it. I'm going to drive a hard bargain. I'm like, I don't know. Then when you're getting the listing in the first place, you have to convince them that you're the best person to do the listing with. Guess what? When I make a phone call to do surplus funds with people, you know what I tell them? Hey, you're owed money. Would you like it? That's my sales pitch, right? It's pretty easy. I don't have to sell a product. I don't even have to sell myself. Here's 20 grand. Would you like the 20 grand? Cool. I'm going to take 10%. I'm going to make 2 grand. You'll get a check in a couple months. How does that sound? Sounds good? Awesome. Sign here. Okay, that's the entire sales pitch. It's really that easy. So you don't have to sell a product. You don't have to, buy or inventory or anything like that. And the best part about surplus funds is that you're actually helping people. You're actually helping people. When I list somebody's house, yeah, you know what? Listen, am I helping somebody find a new home? Am I helping somebody get out of their existing home. Yes, I am in that context. But am I really changing their life? Am I doing something that's going to dramatically? No, I'm not for the most part, right? When I wholesale someone's house, you could argue that you're hurting somebody. You could argue that you're stealing money from people, that you're, again, pinning them down when they're in a bad situation and taking their money. But with surplus funds, you're giving people money they didn't even know they had. And that's what the best part is. So on top of making money, you're helping other people, right? And that's the key thing. So hopefully that makes sense. Hopefully this video was enlightening. If you like this video, by the way, click the like button down below, comment your thoughts. If you're more of a wholesaler, if you're more of a surplus fund person, but let me know what you think, and I'll see you on the next one.